Good morning and welcome to this week's Red Short Seminar. My name is Jim and today I will be discussing BRICS. As always, you can find information on similar topics at redskylines.org. If you have missed any of the previous Red Shorts, you can find them there as well. The acronym began as an optimistic term to describe what were countries with fast-growing economies at the time. But now the BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa are setting themselves up as an alternative to existing international financial and political forums. The alliance is now offering a diplomatic forum and development financing outside of the Western mainstream. Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa are trying to position themselves as representatives of the global South, providing an alternative model to the G7. The G7 is an informal forum of heads of state of the world's most advanced economies. Founded in 1997, Germany, France, United Kingdom, Italy, Japan, Canada, and the US are members, as is the European Union. In 2014, with $50 billion in seed money, the BRICS nations launched the New Development Bank as an alternative to the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund. In addition, they created a liquidity mechanism called the Contingent Reserve Arrangement to support members struggling with payments. These offers were not only attractive to the BRICS nations themselves, but also to many other developing emerging economies that had a painful experience with the IMF structure adjustment programs and austerity measures. This is why many countries said that they might be interested in joining the BRICS group. The BRICS Bank is open to new members. In 2021, Egypt, the UAE, Uruguay, and Bangladesh took up shares. However, these were much lower than the respective 10 billion investments made by the BRICS Bank's founding members. South African Foreign Minister Natalie Pandor said the worldwide interest in the BRICS group was huge. In early March 2023, she reported that she had 12 letters from interested countries on her desk: Saudi Arabia, UAE, Egypt, Algeria, Argentina, Mexico, and Nigeria. Since the start of the Russian war in Ukraine, the BRICS countries have distanced themselves further from the so-called West. The countries of India, Brazil, South Africa, and China are not taking part in sanctions against Russia. This has become increasingly clear with near historic levels of trade between India and Russia, or in Brazil's dependence on Russian fertilizer. Diplomatically, the war in Ukraine appears to have drawn a stark dividing line between the Eastern-backed Russia and the West. Consequently, some European and US policymakers worry that BRICS may become less of an economic hub of rising powers seeking to influence global growth and development, and more of a political one defined by their authoritative nationalism. The Western countries have noticed this change in tack and are trying to counteract it. At the G7 summit in Germany in 2022, they made a point of inviting South Africa and India in order to prevent the optics that G7 was standing against BRICS. What is the future of BRICS? In the concluding statement of the 2021 BRICS Summit, the bloc's 5 members, Russia, Brazil, India, China, and South Africa, pledged to pursue enhanced cooperation on cybersecurity issues, including by establishing legal frameworks of cooperation among BRICS and a BRICS intergovernmental agreement on cybersecurity. An interesting point that both China and Russia will agree to any cybersecurity terms. A global communications project is already in progress. The project is called BRICS Cable. Once completed, the 34,000-kilometer-long BRICS cable will be the 3rd largest undersea telecommunications cable in the world that will link the BRICS countries without the involvement of any other countries. Another degree of separation from the Western countries and economies. That's it for today. Thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the material and found it useful. If you have any further questions, you can contact me at the email address on the screen. Have a good one, and we'll see you next week.